This week's episode is brought to you by Cake Chemistry Cakes.
Cake Chemistry Cakes has officially launched and shipping is available nationwide. There are 6 different flavors to choose from. I know my personal favorite is the Funfetti cookie. What about you, Solomon?
I will have to go with just the normal chocolate chip cookie. It's a very elevated traditional chocolate chip, and probably my favorite part is the crisp edge and that soft, chewy center.
I'm here for the CBC, the cookie butter cookie. That one has the infused cookie with little milk chocolate chips. It's so good. For all the cookie lovers out there that are interested in buying, check out the website and make your purchase. You can use our code, He Said, We Said. That's all together. He Said, We Said at checkout for 10% off your order.
Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, represent, gotta represent, chase a chick, never chase a.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Kiera.
This is Leah.
This is Solo.
And you're listening to He Said, We Said. Happy Sunday. Happy whatever else you want to.
Whatever else is being celebrated.
We just celebrating today. Solomon and I, we went to a concert on Friday and lived our best lives. I'd say Solomon maybe lived more of a better life than me.
So I hear.
No, if anybody, maybe Kayla.
Yes, Kayla and her friend Brittany. Shout out to Brittany. We met
shout
her.
out to the table.
Yeah, it was just it was a good vibe. Okay. I think I'm officially at the point where I can't really do regular general admission concerts anymore.
Okay, so wait, tell who's the artist and all that?
Kaytranada. He's the artist. I don't even know what you'd consider him. House music, techno.
Yeah, it
dance,
seems like house or electronic or dance. But yeah, he's a producer, and so when people think about going to the concert, they're like, oh, he was just playing records. But it's like he's playing his records. And I mean, just think of it like a party you go to. Somebody's just spinning records and then there's all these visuals in the background. And
kind of feel like a basement party, except we were outside.
Where was it?
At White Oak.
On the lawn.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've been there.
Yeah.
Usually more of like smaller artists will be there. Yeah. But it was cool.
Yeah. We ran into your boy, who's old buddy?
Oh,
the glasses that be at your functions.
Tyler.
Oh, Tyler.
Yeah.
I'm about to meet him right now. Shout out to Tyler.
Yeah, shout out to Tyler.
He had some better seats than us. He was up in the, well, if you could call it a balcony.
What that would be, what that was considered.
I guess the balcony.
Okay. Yeah. It was nice. So yeah, I don't want to ever stand in a crowd again if I can help it.
Okay.
I need to go ahead and pay the premium price for a guaranteed seat in a table.
Did y'all have a? Oh, so Kayla and people had a table, or y'all had a table?
We
had a table. So originally, Solomon and I were just gonna go to the show.
Yeah.
Kayla hit me up at some point and was like, "Hey, did you want to go to Kaytranada?" I'm like, "Hey, we're actually already going." She's like, "Perfect. My friend is considering buying a table. Would you guys like to go in?" So we're like, "Sure." And yeah, it was great. Like, so you don't have to, be looking up, trying to see what's going on. Like, we had a perfect view. If you have a drink, you can put it on the table. There was cocktail servers there, so you didn't have to get up and go to the bar. Like, it was.
Only thing is
perfect.
You might, be prone to trip on something or fall, because there was there were levels to the section that we were in. So, if it was kicking some folks' ass.
Yeah.
The way they was stepping off and
it's makeshift.
Yeah.
So think of it as like remember in school when you would be standing on those platforms to take pictures and stuff? Exactly. Yeah. So just think of that being a little bit longer. But there's these little cocktail tables and stools on each little row. So if you're not careful, it's dark too, right? You could definitely trip if you don't notice the step. Yeah. So there were chairs all around us falling down, beers falling and stuff.
Oh, man, they kept dropping stuff behind us.
Yeah.
But, and then it's like the music just made you want to groove. But you had to be careful because you had to be careful because it was like, I might fall or something like that. But shout out to my guy who was on something.
Oh, he was on something.
He was cutting
We're talking Harlem Shake cutting up.
Oh, well, you know, when it's time.
Like, I was like, yeah, whatever
You trying to get on his level?
Man, he was in a whole nother world.
He was in a whole nother world, and I'm here for it.
And he had like a girlfriend who was just like there. And he was just dancing all around her. And
so it was his idea.
Literally dancing all around her. Like,
just
all of it. Anything you could think of, he was getting it.
Them folks was line dancing at one point.
Yeah.
You know, swinging out or whatever.
No, they were down there.
They were down, yeah. So
don't have so much space where we were.
No. But it was fun. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would have.
Same. And that was my first concert since the pandemic. So that was a good like jump back in. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I'm quite ready for like a warehouse live type of concert just yet. Yeah. But I mean, I felt very comfortable there.
Outside was cool.
Yeah.
It wasn't too cold. Oh, it did get kind of chilly, but
at night it did.
But it was nice. It wasn't summer hot.
No, it was
sweating.
nice on Friday.
Yeah. It was good. And then so we did that Friday. Yesterday, Leah and I went to the Nutcracker Market. It was her first time. I had no idea it was your first time.
I feel like we talk about it every year, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've never been.
Maybe I missed that part.
Like, yeah, I'll go with you because I've never been. And then we never go. I never what happens. So I forgot who I was talking to. I was like, yeah, I don't know what happens, but I talk about it every year, but I've never been.
So what did y'all pick up? Some chestnuts?
Roasted? No, I'm playing.
I don't know. What do you pick?
I got some summer sausage.
Summer sausage,
for my dad and my grandma.
So we have to say what it is though, because I feel like you bring it up and they're like, what? So basically it's this big vendor fest in a sense where it is definitely you walk in and the Christmas spirit just overcomes you because it's big Christmas trees everywhere, decorations everywhere, and a lot of the vendors are selling like holiday like
ornaments and stuff.
Yeah, like you have different vendors, like all kind of stuff related to the holidays in there. I mean, when we say vendor fest, it's like hundreds.
Yeah, like a big Christmas expo.
Where was it at?
Yeah,
it's at NRG.
Oh, and it was just this weekend. That was it.
Wednesday was the sneak peek. So I guess if you're an influencer or in the media, you went that day. But for the public, it was Thursday. And today is the last day, if I'm not mistaken.
Gotcha.
Some vendors in there are tired. I'll say that.
YD. A lot of them are not even from Texas.
Yeah.
We saw some from Mississippi, Pennsylvania.
Mississippi? Did you say that?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I mean, it was cool. It felt like what I remember. I haven't been to the Nutcracker Market in probably at least 4 years, but I used to go every year with my aunt. And so, I didn't see any of the bigger names. Like Macy's oftentimes will at least have like a area and you can buy perfumes and stuff. And there's been a few other like larger corporations, but for the most part, this is like small business.
Okay. Yeah. So they had a lot of like, I guess, beauty products too, like in addition to like the decor stuff. So it's beauty products. They had some really outdated clothes in there. And I was like, what's this very about?
2015. 2016. Yeah.
So I mean, maybe some people were feeling it, but I was like, they can't be doing well.
Any food?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's food. So there's food that you can eat while you're shopping and then drink as well. But I got the summer sausage and I also got a dip. There was this stand that had various dips. And so it's just in a package and you add the ingredients yourself. So I think that was all that I got. Yeah, I ended up getting tortilla soup, I guess, ingredients or whatever. It was really good. That was like,
good. I was like, I'm gonna get the tortilla soup.
So they give you all the ingredients and then you just in a package. And
if you think
just
about,
make it. Okay, that's dope.
Basically, like the dry goods section, like at the grocery store, like what you need to make the whatever. Same thing with the dip, right? So it's like the dry portion of it, and then you add everything to it or whatever. So I got a couple dips, and then I connected with somebody on a sign, like homegirl from Pennsylvania. It's gonna make me a sign. So I'm excited. It's a metal cut
for your home outside the front door or something.
Yeah. So outside, I want like this metal thing.
Welcome.
Yeah, maybe not welcome.
Oh. Happy holidays.
Hello. Hey,
y'all. So something, but they do like custom metal cuts, and so she was just talking to me about it, and we kiki for a little bit. So I'm excited about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how that turns out because those signs were really cute. What else happened there? Not much else. It was just, we walked around for the most part. I mean, the demographic of the Nutcracker market, I would say, is Trump rally.
Really?
You take with that as you want.
Okay.
They're nice people.
Look, it was a very nice.
They don't care who they sell it to.
That too. But even everybody that was there, I mean, it was very much so like, come and take it shirts.
Really?
Blue, just a little.
Please tell me no Make America Great Again hats.
I didn't notice any, but everybody is dressed for the holidays, right? So everybody has on like reindeer ears and stuff like that. I mean, it's a fun time.
It's a fun time. People are cute. You just kind of, you look around, you probably know what time it is. Okay. You know what time it is. And some of the vendors too, if you look at some of their stuff, it was like, okay, there's a lot of them, God bless America over here.
Eagles and shit.
Well, make it Christmas.
Okay.
Right, but Christmas.
Patriotic, but make it Christmas.
Santa Claus hat on it.
Yes.
Gun-toting Santa.
But it wasn't uncomfortable. That was just the demographic.
It's just an observation. That's it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go through with stuff that happened this week. We'll start with an update for Travis Scott's Astroworld. We did have a new person pass away, bringing the death toll up to 9. She, if I'm not mistaken, they declared her brain dead. And then shortly after is when she passed away. She was a student at Texas A&M, I believe 22 years old. Yeah. So that is unfortunate. I believe the 9-year-old kid is still fighting for his life, is the last that I saw on the news.
Right.
His organs and stuff were badly bruised. So hopefully he's able to make a full recovery.
I hope so. Kids are typically really, really resilient. That's what they say on Grace. But at the end of the day, but seriously, kids are very resilient. So I really hope that he makes it through. That would just be really sad because there's already enough talk towards the parents, like why was he even there? Like I just don't want it to be. That's going to be on their mind forever. I mean, I'm sure it already 100%.
Is. Yeah, and it doesn't help that people are saying that because, and at the end of the day, like I guess it doesn't really matter how you feel about it. You don't necessarily have to comment.
You don't have to tell people that. Like, it's their kid.
Right.
You don't think they feel bad enough as it is. Well,
my kid is fighting for their life. And you are attacking me on the internet.
And it's like, who could have foreseen something like that occurring?
It's an outdoor concert.
You don't like concerts expecting to lose your life, especially under circumstances like that. So, like, it's... Y'all just keep your comments to yourself or at the kitchen table.
You
don't have to post it.
Yes.
And it was just like a whole nother vibe. Just looking at the people in the crowd and just all
there were a lot of young people there.
Very aggressive. I was like, nah, this is my speed right here. Friday night. This is my speed right here.
Yeah.
But no. It's very unfortunate. I even started hearing commercials on the radio. If you or one of your loved ones is injured in the Travis Scott, call such and such law firm. And I'm like, dang. So you said lawsuits are up to about 100?
Yeah, they're up to about 100. I'm sure 100 and counting. He has had his spokesperson put out a statement. I think she did an interview on maybe Good Morning America. But basically, she was saying how Travis is not at fault for this, that he had no idea what was going on. And it was down to other people. Basically, I mean, everybody at this point is pointing the fingers, right? Because this is definitely a hefty load to have to take, a financial one at that. So, I mean, I get it.
I'm not surprised.
My thing is like, how much responsibility does he have in organizing this show?
I'd imagine very well. I don't know. Let me put on my
chapter chairman planning.
I would imagine that at the end of the day, things have to go through Travis for like approval, right? So do you want to have this indoors or outdoors? Do you want to have, multiple stages, whatever? But is it really Travis making the decision or if it's management or something, right? But even though it's your management, like, you know how you see stuff where it's like, yeah, we have this going on or whatever. And then the artist is just like, yeah, whatever. Like, just sign my name. So I don't know. Yeah. And then I'm curious is it like
well, we're agents of Travis Scott. So, you know, you can't hold us liable. It all goes back to Travis. And it's a lot of people at fault here. And a lot of people are being named in these lawsuits. I'm just like,
I think everyone is going to do what they can to like blame the businesses. Like it's going to be, nope, Live Nation should have done this. Nope, NRG security should have done this. Or like, you know what I mean? Like it's going to be, they're going to be pointing fingers for so long.
Well, I'm pointing fingers at Houston Police Department. Why did y'all recount the statement about the security guard getting
injected with a needle or something?
It already sounded bizarre to begin with. Why did you put it out if you didn't have that confirmed, right? Yeah. And so now to come back and be like, actually, that's not what happened. They just got, attacked. And
then the way he said it, my bad.
No, go ahead.
The way he said it,
in the statement? In the statement,
the first one, he was like, second? And they confirmed that the wound that he had is the type of wound that you get. I was just like, oh, they really doing that research for them to recant that.
Whoever did that got fired.
For something so extreme, right? Because at first when I heard it and it was a security guard, I'm like, well, at some point people were like going through the barricades. So I'd imagine if the security guard is trying to get a hold of somebody, if they're trying to escape, maybe they're trying to, beat them up or whatever. But I never believed the whole like
somebody would bring a syringe to knock out
to say something like that, and for you to not know it's true, like, is extremely wild. Like that is wild.
Come on. Yeah, so y'all got some cleaning up to do, basically. But yeah, hopefully the updates that we have moving forward with Astroworld are like more like solution bound and not any more of like craziness to come. But I guess
fingers and blame.
Yeah. I've seen, like, we were talking earlier, like this girl, I guess, did a press conference and was saying how bad the concert was and blah, blah, blah. But then she had made a comment about being trapped somewhere until like 2:45 a.m. And like people are in the comments eating her up like, you're lying, like cap. And I'm like, please don't let her be on this main stage lying like this to get a check, girl. I hope not. So I just hope that when people come forward, it's real life. Like people honestly are injured, honestly passed away. Like,
people have like broken ribs and stuff. Like,
like let's not make it a money grab. If that's false, like if whatever she was saying is false. So.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Well, we're going to move on to the various trials that are happening right now. We have the case that's happening in Kenosha with Kyle Rittenhouse, who is now 18 years old. At the time was 17 when he shot 3 people, murdered 2. And basically, from what I have heard, I haven't really paid too much attention, but it sounds like it's a mess. That's going on. The judge's phone is going off, and he's blocking certain things. Can't call the victims. And,
it's given the impression that this is being heavily skewed towards like the conservative side, and it's very partial already. And he's looking to have, just a lot of things in his favor, as in pertaining to the outcome of this trial. But I did see the clip of him trying to describe the scene and what took place, and was the worst acting I've seen.
Was that the one crying?
When he was crying?
Was he crying?
But that's the one that the headlines.
It looked like he was having a panic attack. I'll give him that. It looked like he may have been having a panic attack, but I'm just like, everybody that's testified will say that you were on the hunt, you were, actively shooting people. It wasn't an act of self-defense. You were running down people. And now all of a sudden you're talking like, clearly you've been coached, to say these things, but it just seems like a mess. And then I'm just thinking like the jury, like, are y'all really going to buy this? But
who coaches in stuff like that? Would it be like the attorney, or do you guys have like a third party that teaches body language or something? PR?
Now something as, something of this magnitude, I'm pretty sure there's PR involved. But, generally speaking, your attorney is your counselor, and they are the ones that are supposed to prep you for, any kind of questions that will be posed to you through cross-examination as well as direct examination. But
interesting.
And you also do your trial run sometimes. A trial of this magnitude, you'll actually go through it like a real test run.
Yeah.
So I'm like, was he doing all this?
What do you mean by that? Because I don't understand. Sorry. Are you saying like
similar to like? Have you?
Yeah.
Well, you remember Suits?
Yeah.
When they were.
It's a test. Basically, it's like we're gonna
like a mock trial.
We're gonna mock through everything, and I'm gonna play both sides.
Okay. So it's in house.
Yeah.
It's not
internal.
like
a dress rehearsal. Yeah.
Okay.
And so I'm just like, was he doing all this during then?
Probably.
Interesting. Well, I don't really understand how. Well, I could see him getting off of this, but to me, it's just like it's plain and dry. He was bearing arms underage. He was not in his home place. Like he traveled to go to Kenosha, didn't he?
Yeah. And these people were unarmed.
These people are unarmed. Like you were seeking this. Like who travels that far with an AR rifle of that kind? 17 years old. Like just like how do you defend that, right?
Yeah.
That's like even thinking about all these other trials, like it is really, really hard for me to watch them, and I don't.
Yeah.
Because it's just like some of this stuff is so black and white, but because you are lawyers or whatever, it's like this is your case and your job is to defend your client because you took on the case, and 100% you're going to do what you can. And that just does not sit right with me. Yeah. Like on stuff like this, on some of these issues, like people are dead, like, and you did it. And now you're coming in as the lawyer to defend that person. Like, no, because it's like, come on. Like, I can't sit through that. And I don't know how people like,
can watch it all day or multiple times.
Yes, like I cannot keep up with that. It's just, it hurts. Like to know like, and not to say this for anybody, but if I were close to someone, right, and that happened to them, to have to sit through and watch someone fabricate a story, and it's just like, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about, even the Ahmaud Arbery trial. It's like those people acted like they don't have any regards for anybody's loved ones. Like, when you're running down and chasing down Ahmaud Arbery, regardless of if he was, they make it seem like he was doing something suspicious in the house, the house that was being constructed. It's like you're hunting this dude like, like we back in, the antebellum South or something like that.
And you're the watch.
This dude has a mother, he has a father. Like, what would they think if they... But, that just shows you, sometimes white people, they just don't give a damn. They just don't care. And I don't know.
So, and that trial is wild, too. Like, whatever is going on with that. Isn't that the one where Al Sharpton went to?
Yes.
And now I guess the other side is just like, well, they already have another like black pastor, so they can't have all these black pastors sitting with the family. And it's like, why was that point to make?
Why not?
Why was that the point to make? And so the pastor this morning, my pastor, was saying how he was like, so now there's a call for all pastors or not all, but I think he said like 100 black pastors to go out there.
Are they going to be outside the courthouse or something?
I think so. I don't know if he's going to go for specifically, but he's mentioned that there's a call, like, okay, since they want to play.
Oh, if I was in Atlanta, I'd...
If I were a black pastor and I were out there, I probably would respond.
Yeah, and I'm sure in the state of Georgia alone, there's enough black pastors to pastors in general.
Yeah.
To do it, probably 100 pastors in one county. So.
Yeah, but just to even say that and like feel comfortable saying it's just too many, like to call it out specifically, too many black pastors. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, no, that's
let
crazy.
alone the jury being all white except the black guy. Is it a black guy or a black woman? I can't remember, but it's one black juror, and it's just like this is set up to fail, But
it's quite ridiculous. We're gonna move on to something else that I found pretty ridiculous, and that was the Kanye West interview that he did on Drink Champs. I know that's some of y'all's guy, but from what I saw, Kanye is he's just completely off.
He's all over the place.
What's going on? So I just saw different clips from it and I saw people reacting to it. And I'll say some of the people were like, people still think he's a genius. So what was the takeaway? Or what was some of the highlights? Because I was just like, what?
My takeaway is that Kanye West has, and I'm not a doctor, but it's very clear to me he has a mental illness. If you have ever interacted with somebody who does have a mental illness, watching that interview, it was very clear. He did not make any sense.
Like he came out the gate on some randomness talking about the architectural designs of the building. I was just like, wait, what? Like every, question that was directed at him, he was just over here, left field. And then it's like, he'll go off on a tangent. Oh yeah, we'll bring it back to Drake.
You don't know.
And I was just like,
that's what the people will say. And it's just like, I enjoy a lot of Kanye's catalog, probably majority of his catalog, right? I really admired him at one point in time, right? And it's cool that he's been able to kind of transform his career to become kind of this fashion mogul, right? Like his Yeezy line is doing tremendously well. For me, it's just like two things can be true. Like Kanye can be killing it in the financial department or whatever accolades. And he also can just sit down somewhere. You don't need to do no more interviews.
Yeah.
Is this the interview where he said that him and Kim aren't divorced?
Yes. Yeah. This is also the same one where he was just like, on my tombstone, y'all need to say he signed Big Sean or
worst mistake
yeah. He said
career.
What?
He said the worst mistake of his career was signing Big Sean.
Hold on.
Yeah, he was just saying,
I love Big Sean.
Like Big Sean.
Don't do that.
But then Big Sean was like, I was just with this guy. Like, he didn't say this.
He was talking shit about everybody. But I will say this because it just seems like I'm bashing the interview. Granted, it was long as hell, but there were moments in the interview where it was like, okay, Kanye, there's the guy talking about music and his love for music and just reminiscing about the Rockefeller days and shit. So I appreciated that. But boy, the biggest takeaway was I'm rich, bitch, and y'all need to stop acting like I'm crazy, but I'm richer than all y'all.
But then at the same time, talking about classism and all this other stuff and how it's wrong. So which one is it? But yes.
It's like he was looking for validation to some extent,
Yeah, I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, check it out. I will say, shout out to the Drink Champs podcast. This was definitely a good look for them because I could see like the Breakfast Club probably wanting an interview like that.
Yeah.
So shout out to Drink Champs.
Big. Yeah, that was
big. It was very big. It was loud. And that's just my critique of the podcast period. It's a loud podcast.
The blowhorn and all that. Yeah, let's make some
noise. On the table, all that. It's a lot. It's a lot. Strokes. But, I probably will finish the interview. I had to kind of just consume it in chunks. It was just too much for me to stomach.
It's 2 hours.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's
what?
It was long.
Like, I can't look at a YouTube that long,
I might be able to if I'm like doing something else at the same time.
Don't
I can
be
keep
doing
it on
work. Because it might start coming up on you. You might start typing some stuff out, not making no sense. So, don't.
Maybe
don't
next time you're cleaning or something.
Yeah, I mean cleaning.
Okay. I'm just playing.
When you're cooking, I don't know.
All right.
I was gonna say something.
Just before you go to bed. Before you go to bed. When you're laying down.
Slight shade, just a little bit.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. All right.
Okay. But I'm in there too. I'll be cooking. Okay, anyways. Will Smith, he has a new show out. It's called Best Shape of My Life. Excuse me. It's on YouTube. I think there's maybe like 6-ish episodes now, give or take. And basically he is documenting his journey to getting into shape. So if y'all remember at the beginning of the year, he put out a picture of him in his dad bod. It inspired other people to do the same. And he was saying he was going to lose 20 pounds in 20 weeks. And as you watch the episodes, you kind of get an idea of, where he struggles with stuff. He's also kind of in the process of writing his book at this time or finishing up on the book. There's a psychological aspect to it. There's a therapist there who kind of talks about Will and his methods of deflecting from pain. So there's this whole narrative of like people who are funny or comedians, whatever, they have a lot of pain that they deal with and they kind of just deflect by making people laugh. And so you see all these clips and it's Will like, being typical Will, being silly. And, she's kind of in the background and she's like, basically a lot of times it'll be like unnecessary for him to kind of do what he does, but this is just what he does to kind of cope. And so they kind of explore that And I guess that's where some of the stuff about him wanting to do, like, commit suicide and how he didn't like his dad like that. And just like all this other stuff that we've been getting in the news lately.
Is that where it's coming from, the YouTube show?
I believe that a lot of it is coming from that. And then I'm sure they kind of just leak stuff out that may be in the book. The book just came out a few days ago.
Yes. So the book, the YouTube, and the movie promo, all that combined is where all of these headlines are coming from. And I just need the media to stop.
Just stop. Like, I do not want to have to mute this nigga. Because I love Will. But I will.
You want a new role, huh?
No, it's just right now. It's just Chloe right now.
I'm sorry, but I'm not sure why that's so funny to me. Of all
so
the people,
funny. I would have never thought you would mute Chloe
because that one period when she was just going through it with her fans, saying that she was trying to be some Instagram hoe and all this stuff. Like, it was just popping up too much. I was just like, God damn, you know.
Well, was it Chloe or was it people that you know that like Chloe? Like, how does it work when you mute them?
Anything showing Chloe
with
is
her
gone.
name in it.
But every now and then something to sneak through, you know?
Yeah. But the lollipop video didn't sneak through.
No, but I did see someone like do a meme of it. Like she was Jet Beauty of the Week or something. Looked like she should have been posing for Jet Beauty of the Week. And I was like, what is this?
I will say, I really liked the negligee that she had. I thought that was super cute. Sis, where'd you get it? It kind of looked like Fenty a bit. But yeah.
Outside of that, I watched the video and like we were saying earlier, this is unfortunately very cringy to see. Like, Chloe, what am I watching? People was like, girl, I thought this was the promo to the OnlyFans.
Girl. like, you know, I just have to look at it. I watch it. I smile and I scroll. I just
accept that
maybe
it's
I
not
like
for me.
It just to support her because I really want her to win. But it's just, it's a bit.
It screams, look at me.
It screams, it's not for me. Maybe I'm just too old. I'm falling out of her audience.
I think so. You know, did y'all ever watch Degrassi?
No.
I've seen like a handful.
I've seen some of it and I wish I could have, but no.
She reminds me, there was this character, shout out to the people that did watch Degrassi. There was this girl named Manny, and Manny was a cute girl, whatever, but she got to this point where she was like, I don't want to be cute no more. I want to be hot. And so she completely transformed her look. People started calling her a hoe. They started calling her all this other stuff. And I mean, the rest of the show's duration, she kind of maintained this, but it kind of reminds me of Chloe a bit on some, like, she was cute for a long time, right? And then she has maybe come into her own sexualness, whatever, which is great. But I think when people aren't used to seeing you like that, and then on top of that, it doesn't come across as natural. It very well may be, but it almost looks forced. Where like a Doja Cat, to me at least, kind of just exudes sexiness
appeal. Some people
without
just got
trying
it.
to seem.
Some people just got it.
Right.
And to be honest with you, the Busted video was good enough.
Busted.
I think that's probably what did it.
That was the one that was like, okay, damn, this girl's grown, you know?
Yeah.
And then after that, it was just video after video. And it's just like, okay.
I think it probably got a lot of attention, right? And, you know, she has a very nice body, right? A beautiful woman. So you get that bit of fame or, you know, attention, and then it just kind of kept going, which is, again, fine. But at one point, it started to seem a bit much. It started to seem a bit much. So
it's like a separate persona in my eyes, and it's just like, I get it. You want to be able to do whatever kind of sides you have, and you want to be able to show that. You want to not be critiqued for that. And it sucks because here we are slightly critiquing her, but at the same time, girl, I support you, but like, that's kind of a lot.
Kind of the lollipop. It was the lollipop for me.
Yeah.
And then I think it's coupled with like it's coupled with like the sister who does none of those things like that.
Which I would say is sexy. Some of her looks that she has had it's been like, you know, she's showing some skin and it's like a sexy look, but it just seems very natural.
She's not doing too much.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's maybe like her kind of being younger, but I think she has dropped a few more sexier pictures lately than what she had before. It's like she came back from Ariel, was like, oh, Chloe, that's what we on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's trying to stand with her sister in solidarity, maybe. Maybe that's what it is.
I don't know, but hers does feel a little more like natural progression, I guess, of coming of age kind of thing. But it does feel like Chloe, because when you see her interviews, Chloe is the sweet girl that we have seen however long. And it's like she gets on Instagram and it's like, wait, what?
Yeah. Even like the perfect example would be a Kelly Rowland. And granted, Kelly is 40 years old or somewhere around there. So, you know, she may have had a moment where she was probably doing too much. I don't know. But Kelly still to this day, she'll just give you a little peep. You know, you don't see the cheeks, but you know that thing in that dress or whatever, you know, like it's just very subtle. She is a very sexy
Leave something
woman.
for the mind to,
you know.
Are we the old people?
Maybe we are the old people.
I mean, maybe.
The Gen X's are listening like, child, like.
Gen Z.
In my day.
What did I say?
X, right?
Jesus,
X
yes, that's her face. Gen Z.
Yes,
Gen
we are the old
Z.
people.
Yeah, whoops. Well, yeah. I mean, is there somebody to you that is just like sexy without trying?
Oh, man, I can't think off the top of the head, but I know for sure.
You're not going to say Halle.
Well, I mean, that's obvious, though.
Oh, you know what? I have a good one.
That's obvious.
I think Zoe Kravitz is a good example of like, she is just sexy, but she is
even
not.
The mama.
Oh, yeah. From a mama. Right about
even
that.
The mama had a little sex appeal.
It's just this thing, mystique.
And sometimes it doesn't even have to be like attractiveness, like cute, like physically cute. Like some people just have a natural, just seductive vibe.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wish I had a better word for it, but you know.
So you can't think of anybody.
Like posture, all that. It's a composition of a lot of things. But yeah, Halle Berry's naturally sexy.
That's your girl.
You know? I just knew that was about to come out of your mouth.
What you call it was sexy? Amir Vaughn.
Oh, you love her.
When she was that slave.
Wait, when she was a slave?
Underground, when she was
messing with the white man?
Yes. Lord. You know, so not saying I was getting
I just knew you were going to use her for like How to Get Away with Murder, not the slave character.
No. All right, she wasn't being sexy in that. Wasn't she?
What?
Didn't she have like a lesbian relationship or something like that? Or she was trying to be there? I wasn't turned on by it. I was turned on by the slave, okay?
Y'all.
I was turned on by her seducing the master.
Okay.
I've been institutionalized. Sorry, y'all. But she has a sex appeal. Like even on her Instagram, you know, she'll give you a little Latin spice in there.
For Latina.
She'll give you a little she's cute. You know?
She's definitely sexy. I'm trying to think of a man too that like.
It's naturally sexy.
Idris?
Yeah. I feel like.
You said.
I guess we all had different types. So
Trey Songz.
I did not say that. We don't have to.
No, but your boy, Rome
is definitely.
You know, I'll give him that.
Natural. I don't think that he's extra.
I would agree with that. My guy who is just sexy for no reason, no matter what he does, is my boy
Yaya
Wood Harris.
Yaya
too.
Even when he's yelling and.
Wait, are we talking about the same Wood Harris?
We're talking about
Paid in Full.
We're talking The Wire.
Yeah.
Kira been talking about this man. Now I ain't never seen The Wire, but I know she been talking about this
BMF.
man.
I think he is so. That is a good, just sexy man. Every role that he's been in, I've just
even Remember the Titans.
I don't remember the Titans.
You talking about that's the same man? Yes. Now hold on. Yes.
He's a
sexy man.
Nah, I didn't know his name.
He's a sexy man, and you know what? He has okay. Y'all know Woody Harrelson.
The fucking white guy?
I think
white man can't jump?
Hear me out, y'all.
Goofball.
Listen,
hell no. Give me a roll.
No. Hear me out. He was when he was in a criminal. What's the crime show on? I think it's Showtime or Stars. Anyways, I think there is something about him. I don't even know if sexy is the word. But there is something about him that is very intriguing to me. Gap and all. He's just a very cool. He has a gap. Yes, he definitely has a gap.
Even
do you know who I'm talking about?
I was waiting on some other show that I've watched.
He is just a cool white guy. Woody Harrelson. Oh God.
He played Carnage in the Venom.
You know him.
Zombieland.
This guy.
I
know, y'all.
Exactly.
Hear me out. Let me out. Cheers.
Okay, hell no.
Okay.
Hold on. Something going on there.
I'm telling y'all. Y'all don't watch enough of his movies.
I am very familiar with Woody Harrelson.
Y'all haven't seen enough of his interviews. There is something about him. He's just look. I said, hear me out. Okay.
But he's cool.
He's a cool white
ass.
He be just getting stoned, living his life. He don't be in no drama. He's just this is a cool, laid back guy. Okay, did I need to say Matthew McConaughey, who is also a sex?
I was going to say, well, maybe that would have been a natural for me.
Okay.
Matthew McConaughey.
I feel like we have to add a lot of caveats. Like, no, because
the point is, like, you don't have to be in a suit and fine and da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, he exudes to have sex. There is something about him. I'm telling y'all, if y'all were to watch him do an interview, you're in the same room, whatever, you're going to feel the energy. I've never met this man, but like, he's a sexy man. And I'm sure he gets all kinds of play. Because he's not, conventionally attractive.
You know who used to always get the title sexiest man alive and da-da-da-da-da-da. And I would just be like,
who?
George fucking Clooney.
No. I can give it to
like I always get it. I'm just
George Clooney.
I guess because I never just highly regarded his work or anything like that. Like he always just seemed like he's
like the everyday Joe.
He's the everyday. Like if he was a regular,
but it's like attainable kind of. That's the thing.
Is that what it is?
I think that's kind of part of it.
It's not like an Orlando Bloom or somebody.
Like he's not a perfect
Brad Pitt.
You know, he's
a little. Those are a little too perfect, right? But you have him, and it's just like
he's a common man.
I can see.
Yeah, I think, and honestly, there's been conversations about this on Twitter. I think Jonathan Majors has the same thing. There's all of a sudden, everyone is like saying he's fine or whatever, but people are like, he's like church fine, like the guy he's like the guy that you,
civil rights fine.
That, or like he's in the neighborhood, like he looks like a guy you would have went to school with who wasn't the most popular, but like
he has like a good look, like the eyes and the nose, but he'll get chiseled on them and. There's something there. There's something there.
Watch his stuff too.
So y'all might not, feel the same, but I feel like that was the conversation I used to have like in high school and early college around Trey Songz. He, for me, was attractive, but he was everyday attractive.
I'll give you that.
He still feels this way, actually.
Even after the Ready album? Because I feel like when he first came out, it was just like, oh, he looked like, one of the niggas.
When he first came out,
so that's what I'm saying. Like in his early days.
I was like, oh, he's trying to.
But I mean, even still, then all he cut off the braids or whatever. It's like, oh, he's still attractive, but he's still everyday attractive to me. He doesn't give me like super attractive. I can't even think of someone.
Now I will say Rome is not everyday fine. Rome is definitely a fine. I'll give you Trey Songz though.
As an everyday, like, oh, he's attractive. If I were to see him, like, I'd give him my number.
I always be putting him and Terrence J in like these
Trey and Terrence J.
They look like right.
Terrence J just a little too goofy, but I like him.
He is goofy, but yes, he's definitely an everyday. He's an everyday kind of guy too. Yeah. Right.
That
which is interesting.
funny.
Interesting. I can't think of like everyday women that are like big. Actually, Meg Thee Stallion I would say she's an everyday girl.
Oh man, but that body ain't every day.
That's a fact.
But you're right.
But
you would see that on TSU's campus.
TSU,
you would see that on TSU.
But I think
let me not hate on TSU like that. She's a
I think that she's naturally very pretty.
Yeah. Like I feel like when people think about Texas girls, like there's this whole thing about, Texas, I feel like she would, yes.
To the T.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we had a clip of something that popped basically with Jeff Bezos, his girlfriend, and Leonardo DiCaprio, who I would also argue is maybe at one point he was everyday Leo.
Yeah,
but now probably not. Well, anyways, the girlfriend was admiring Leo, looked like she was ready to risk it all.
Risk it all.
Just for a night with the Leonardo DiCaprio. So, what did y'all think about it?
Now, look, I ain't gonna say I don't blame the girl, but I don't. I don't. I mean, you with Jeff Bezos, like, look, we good. We got a lot of money. Like, okay, but hold on. Leo?
Yeah. Leo was... I think I've always just kind of had a crush on him. Maybe not always, but come Titanic era, 8-year-old Kiera was like, this guy's really cute.
Yeah, like he was really cute.
He had
and
his
you know,
run. Man in Iron Mask, all that. Yeah.
But all of that stuff. And then it led up a little bit to the swag behind like the Great Gatsby.
Inception.
It's like, hold on.
Yeah.
He okay.
Yeah.
So, if Yeah. And then he could act a little underrated actor too, so you could defend him every once in a while. Like, hold on, he deserves. Like,
yeah.
Like he can dress up nice, and then he can also get dirty with it, like The Revenant.
Yeah.
The Departed. So he's got a range.
And they say he's just cool. Like apparently he's a hip hop head, and just be
so him and Toby. Aren't they like BFFs?
Toby
Maguire. Oh my God, that's so cool. Okay. Yeah, I can see
that. He's so low key, we don't ever really...
And I love it. Yeah. So if I'm with Jeff and all of a sudden hey, hold on.
Right.
Real quick.
Do you mind getting us a drink?
Can you take a picture?
That's when I'd be like, no.
What?
No.
Look, I'm going home with you.
Right. I would do it for you and Hallie.
Picture.
Okay.
Well, you don't think you're going to jump in?
What? First of all,
this is not a three-person picture.
As much as I love Halle Berry and grew up on Halle Berry, I'm not about to put my wife in that position. I'll be like, baby, you want to get a picture with us?
That's fine.
The three of us can get a picture, and now the two of us need to get our picture.
Look, I'm a fan.
And
like,
we are in the picture with him.
Yeah, that could be the one that we post if that makes you comfortable. But I'm also getting the picture with just he and I.
So you can do what?
Look, you can get your picture as well.
Come on now.
You can take 3 pictures.
You know damn well if Halle Berry's there, you're not going to have me taking pictures. I don't have
a hater spirit in my bones.
Hold on, wait, Solomon. Because if I was with you, I know for a fact how you feel about Halle. Give me a camera.
Low-key, you might just leave and just go to her directly and have some random person take the picture. And I'm just
I would just say, can I at least say hi? Listen, I would have been like, hey,
if I were with somebody, if I was with a man and he saw Rome or Trey and was like, girl, go get your picture.
This ain't some random person.
Don't you embarrass me.
Like, okay.
How am I going to embarrass you?
But you would be okay with knowing what you know about me, right? You would be okay with like, all right, just go take this damn picture.
All right. But, there better not be no
cameras or nothing?
No hand on the waist.
Why not?
No.
It's just for the picture. It's just for the picture, honey.
Just stop embarrassing me.
Well, let
take the picture.
Hand on chest.
Hell no.
Now, okay, I have a question for you.
That.
Let's say you're at this event, right? For whatever reason, we're invited, and you see Halle Berry. You go up to her and y'all are just engaging in convo. This is just natural. It's organic. You feeling this spark. 8-year-old Solomon is really there. She asked you for your number.
You said 8-year-old Solomon
didn't you say you had a crush on her since you were 8 or something? So,
that
would be Usher for me.
Crush.
Okay. Yes.
She asked you for the number, or she was like, you should get my number. Do you tell her, well, actually, there's my wife? Or do you get the number?
You meet her, she's single, she's just like, this was nice.
Cute. I think you're sexy. Solomon, is that what you say your name was?
Man. It depends.
I still got that Catwoman suit.
It It depends. I'd be like, hey, my wife.
It depends on what.
I was like, yeah, let me get my wife's phone and put the number in there so we'll have your contact.
Okay.
How was it with Hallie? Hold on, I gotta go back over there. Give me your phone.
So just in case we break up,
this is your wife.
You mind sending me that number in your contact?
What?
What? I was faithful. Now we divorced.
That's not being faithful.
You asked me to put Hallie's number in my phone?
And now you want me
to give it to you? You should have got it.
I've been deleted. It's in your phone, so I won't be tempted to call her.
But we got it on standby.
Well, when we get the divorce.
When we get the divorce?
Well, if we get the divorce. You best believe I'm going to cash that ticket. What?
Did she change her number?
Hold on.
Ooh, that'll be my luck.
First off, that don't think that she gave you the wrong number to start with. Like,
I'll be like, before I sign these divorce papers. Oh, it don't work? All right, baby, I'm not.
You're so trifling.
Solomon, I don't think I'm ready to divorce.
I just like the look on your face. You're 100% telling the truth.
That's a fact. You are
First of all, I said I wouldn't take a picture. Now we going from me taking a picture to storing the phone.
But you just said you would do it. Look,
I'm trying to think of somebody who, if I were to be in that same situation that we just put you in, who would it have to be for me to really just
Wood Harris. We just talked about it.
You know, and that's a 50-something-year-old man. It wouldn't be Woody. It wouldn't be Woody.
I'll give her that. Please don't let it be Woody.
Low-key,
what if Woody was out there electric sliding and shit?
Nah, not Woody. It would have to be somebody that's younger, because although I think Wood is so fine, he is my parents' age, right? So like, I'm gonna put that there.
I had to roll with Hallie in her old age.
Well, that's what you wanted.
Well, you wanted this. You been.
And you ain't been wanted Usher?
Usher's a little younger. I can make Usher work. We're 10, give or take, years apart.
But see, I wouldn't even want to touch Usher. You know, after all the shit. You know?
Okay,
there's a lot of baggage there. There's a lot of baggage.
He has a lot of children. That's why I said Yaya and I are probably 5-ish years apart. He don't have no kids, I don't think. And he is low key.
Perfect.
He is low key. So I would have to.
Oh my gosh.
But I would have to know that it's. Well, I'm married. Is that what we said? Okay, yikes.
So then maybe not.
Maybe not.
Oh my God, I forgot about my man, Lakeith.
Okay, yeah. I think Lakeith is cute.
He's regular.
I think that he's regular, but for me, he does exude a bit of sexiness. I meant to say sexy. That Harder They Fall.
I didn't watch. It's good. Everyone was saying that he was giving it.
It's good, but he what is it? He gave what needed to be.
Oh, he did what he needed to do.
He was understanding the assignment.
Really? Was there any not nude scenes? But were there any nude scenes?
No, he was just he's a shooter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He didn't have like a love. He wasn't love interest in anything, but he was just his character was great. He did a good job.
Okay, I think that he is sexy, and I would give him every day in regards to look. There is something there that is kind of off about him, but at the same time, it makes you want to know more.
Now, I really hate what they did in that Get Out. The Get Out role. Which all his roles, he was the
friend that.
Oh, you didn't like that?
If we're talking about the sexiness,
I felt like that showed. Well, they trimmed the whole damn mustache and everything, but I felt like if any role he gave a little bit of range, it's that one.
Okay, we're talking about range. I'm talking about
sex appeal.
I
would give him. What was the movie with Issa?
Yes, that
the
one.
Photograph. I think he did it for that for sure.
I think The Photograph. This new one, Harder They Fall, and there was something else I saw him in fairly recently. I was just like, man, this guy.
Had the bald head too, huh?
When? This time?
Yeah.
I don't remember. He had on a hat a lot of the movie.
Well, when he died, the hat fell off. I was like,
okay.
Is this in the movie? The Harder They Fall?
Yeah.
Oh, you just spoiled it. It's okay.
Well, he's the bad guy.
Thanks for spoiling it. It's okay. It's okay.
Anyway, whenever he gets on screen, you'll see it'll be immediate. Like, wow, I like it.
Okay. Well, I mean, shout out to this Versus. That was fun.
Yeah. Dang, I forgot what our main question was supposed to be, but hey.
Jeff Bezos or Leo, but whatever.
Okay, yes. So basically, I guess we kind of, we kind of answered it.
As long as we still got money, you know.
Do you think as the girlfriend, if you guys break up, do you think that she would be taken care of?
What?
What do you mean?
So
he's married, right? They didn't get married?
No, it's his girlfriend.
Bezos. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So do you think that
he ain't about to make that mistake twice. Not that soon. He's not about to make that mistake that soon.
I don't know, man.
You already done got taken to the cleaners.
But did he? He did not get taken to the cleaners.
Okay. She didn't even wipe him out like she could have.
Right? But I'm pretty sure he's like, yeah, maybe I want to chill on the marriage for right now.
Fair.
I don't know.
But I can also see
if that nigga
money,
was married already.
Let's do it.
Oh,
at this point, I mean, she's been remarried, so I think they've been separated at least.
She married?
Yeah, she married a science teacher. Seriously.
What? She's like, look, I got what I need for the rest of my life.
Look, and she's trying to give it away as much as she can.
It's a common man, huh? It's like at that point with that much money.
I would.
You want to. Right.
But that's the point. So for Jeff, like, although he did give Mackenzie a good chunk of money, it still was not half of his earnings.
And then, oh my God, it just exploded. Like what he's worth now. Like,
right.
It's not stopping.
And we're talking billions, right?
Yeah. And all considered, I would still be hesitant to be married again.
I don't know.
I would definitely have that prenup would be in effect.
Well, yeah, you have a prenup, yeah. But so that's the point. So like, I think that once you start having an abundance of money, like multi-billionaire status, you're just moving around a little smarter. I'm sure there may not have been a prenup with him and Mackenzie.
You'll get $1 billion when
which is a lot of it's a lot of money. She honestly,
are you gonna say no to that?
She probably has stock. That or just in gifts alone, probably millions of dollars worth of jewelry and whatever else that he may have gifted her.
Now you're reconsidering the Leonardo DiCaprio.
Why? Who?
That's what it sounds like.
Now wait a second, Leo.
That's what it sounds like.
Leo already got money too. So.
Leo already has money. Now he ain't got Jeff money, but he has money. But here's the thing with Leo. Leo has kind of already said that he's fine with being a bachelor. Like, he don't have no plans on settling down. He's gonna have him a young model, and when he's done with that one, he gonna find him a new young model. So, if you just here for a night, that's one thing. But if you need that security blanket of Jeff Bezos,
sure,
you need to go on back to that man. Take your picture and go.
Exactly, and that's what I would do. But I'm getting the picture.
Nothing wrong with a picture. I'll get a picture as well.
You also
a very respectful picture.
Fine.
Okay, her kissing you on the cheek.
Yes.
And at the last minute,
wow.
No.
Okay, well, if you guys like what you heard, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on social media at He Said We Said. Any final words?
Wait.
Did
y'all see Insecure?
Last week?
I don't even remember what happened.
Lawrence episode.
Okay, yes.
We ain't got to talk about it.
It was boring.
What?
I actually enjoyed it. Let's talk about it.
No, we ain't got to talk. She said it was boring.
I mean, y'all can talk.
Who are you team? I already know who team you on. You team Lawrence.
I mean, I'm on neither side, but all I was going to point out is that shit hit close to home like a motherfucker.
I bet it did for a lot of people.
It hit close to home.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I enjoyed the episode, but at the same time, I was just like, all right, we only got so many episodes. We need to push the story forward. And this was like a stopgap. You know what I mean?
That's what I wanted. I think the entire episode was cool, but I think it could have been less than the whole episode. And we could have moved along other storylines.
Yeah. I would agree, because it doesn't, I don't know where they're going.
That episode.
Yeah.
Like a cool 5-minute montage.
There was like a split screen at one point, and I think that would have gotten the idea across.
Cool.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I did think that it was a well-written episode to show both perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
I have my thoughts on actually Lawrence and Condola, but I'm definitely team Condola on
I was so annoyed with fucking
Kiki. Whatever her name was in the show. Yeah.
But I understand. That's how
that's the role of the friend, though.
That's how. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the sister?
Sister. My bad. That's her. That's expected, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, it hit home.
I'm sure that it did hit home. And at the end of the day, I feel like both of them were just like, ooh. Yeah. There was a piece where both of them probably could have conceded a little bit, but they just didn't.
Yeah.
Like that whole argument in the kitchen, I was just like,
yeah.
Let me just take my fucking child. I'm here.
But I guess that's how it be, though.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, see, here, I don't have any children, but I'd imagine for Lawrence it's frustrating because he's like, I'm trying to help. Why won't you let me in? But then for Condola, who is also, a new mom, I hear for new moms, whether they're married or not, they are very protective of their child. Mm-hmm. But then too, it's just like,
especially if it's that first
Lawrence, one. You didn't have to leave. You did not have to take that job in San Francisco. You could have stayed in LA.
Yeah.
Might have changed things a little bit had you stayed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that was a tough one. I was like, damn. I thought for sure if he was going to have the baby, he would have stayed.
Like, that's what I would think.
I thought so too. I thought they were gonna not make him stay, but like, what kind of character are you gonna be?
Yeah.
It's one thing if you already don't live in the same city, right? But if you find out before you leave, right? It's just kind of like, you didn't have to. If you
have to leave,
if you wanted to still be so involved. Especially.
It felt like a lot of his stuff was kind of remote. Like, I felt like he was kind of working at home or for some of it too.
And that's my thing. I'm like, if you're in this so-called techie space and creating apps and blah, 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 why can't you do this shit from home?
That, and why did you get that crib?
Sorry. I was laughing at that too. I was like, what? He was building it? I was like, what we doing, Lauren?
With the lights?
What were we
ain't
doing?
That gonna mess up the baby's vision? I don't know, but...
It was just like,
I
see you trying. And that was right. That was the point, right? Like, he really wants this and that. But
Were
it's like,
you really about
you're
to fly
in
this
San
baby back
Francisco.
home?
Yes. You gonna fly with a baby?
A newborn.
Granted, I've seen babies on planes, but I always side-eye those people. Every time. When it's like a new baby.
You're talking about a newborn from their mother. Like, yeah, it's a quick flight, but ain't that quick.
I hate being on those
all
planes.
Those germs alone. The germs alone.
How was he gonna get there?
People don't even want to take their newborn to the grocery store. You about to have him be on a whole airplane?
I don't know. I've seen white folks with their babies out.
That young. Well,
I bullshit you not. I was at Discovery Green and this woman had the baby. Like, couldn't have been more than 6 months. They just out there in the water. I'm like.
In the water?
Well, the little...
At Discovery Green? Oh, the shoot-up water. I thought you meant...
No, she wasn't swimming.
I was like, that water.
10 months, maybe. Under 6 months?
Honestly.
Was she, like, holding her, like, attached? Like...
She was,
Oh, she was having a good time outside the house, is what it sounds like.
She was like... She need to get out the house.
And I guess I could understand that. It's like pandemic in the house.
It's just like a shower, right? I don't know.
Oh, Lord. Okay, we're gone for real now. Bye.
Peace.
Bye.